Here are the two new Rheem 95% efficient propane gas-fired furnaces installed with 13-SEER central air conditioning. These replace two train heat pumps that I had in here before that I made a video of. The heat pumps were about 15 years old and they were never able to heat the house very well. So we replaced the system with gas heat and straight cool air conditioners. And they have the evaporator coil on top. Without the evaporator coil you cannot have central air conditioning, and the evaporator coil and the furnace are two separate pieces for those who don't know. And if you just want to do the furnace only, just heating only, you would take this part out and make it ductwork. But this has central air conditioning, and it has the RC gas furnaces converted to propane gas. This one right here is the upstairs unit. It has 4-inch shot burners, burns 60,000 BTUs an hour, and has 3 tons of cooling power. Next to it is the downstairs furnace, which is wider than the upstairs furnace. It has 5-inch shot burners and burns 75,000 BTUs an hour, and it has been upgraded to 4 tons of cooling power for the AC. The heat pump that was installed before was 3.5 tons. And you can also tell that the evaporator coil is quite higher than the upstairs evaporator coil. These furnaces work very good. Cooling works great. Everything. So everything that I said would happen in the last video did happen. You have the flue pipe. The flue pipe goes up and out the roof. There is no separate intake pipe going from the outside. There's just this vent right here, and when you have the heat going, you just open the damper. But it's staying closed right now because this is the cooling season. But that's where all the intake combustion air comes in, and that's going into the attic. And then the voltage has been converted from 230 volts to 120 volts. Considering that furnaces only run on 120 volts, the air handlers ran on 230, so they've been converted. There was a cutoff switch box like that screwed on top of the air handler for the upstairs unit, but that's been switched out for a cutoff switch up here. These furnaces also have LED board diagnostics. There's 3 LEDs. One is the power LED, another one is the OK LED, and the last LED is a yellow LED. The other 2 are green. The yellow LED indicates fire, which is when the burners are lit. And then the refrigerant lines, as I said in the video of what was going to happen to these, was about right here when the air handlers were installed. They've been moved up to the evaporator coil. Same for the downstairs. I also said in my last video how the evaporator coil condensate would share the same drain as the furnace condensate, and that did happen. The one thing I did not anticipate was the gas line. The gas line is coming in at the top, going in. I expected it to come in at the bottom and then go up to the input and possibly use the alternate input, which is right here for this unit. But no, this actually came out a lot better, and it works pretty good. It gets the gas to the furnace and lights it. And this is a stainless steel flex gas line. So everything very nicely installed. It has a filter inside of it. It has inducer fans inside of it, very quiet. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the condensers outside. Okay, so here are the condensers outside. I apologize for any wind or background noises. But here are the condensers, are straight cool, not heat pump. This one is the downstairs, it's 4 ton. You can tell it's a lot bigger than the 3 ton on the left, which is the upstairs. These are 13 AJM series, 13-SEER, with the filter dryer right there, 2 blades. Compressor's pretty small, as you can see. There is a slight dent on the downstairs one, but it hasn't affected the coil inside of the casing. And here's the upstairs unit. It's a lot smaller in height, smaller compressor. Also has a filter dryer. Rheem. And then right here is a capacitor that's been disconnected because it was pulling too many amps. But these work pretty good, and they're actually pretty quiet too. Up there are the two new furnace exhaust vent terminations, PVC. The two black pipes right there next to the solar attic fan and the fireplace flue pipe.